In previous video we have taught about mode of nutrition, autotrophic, heterotrophic, and again there are various there are various types on the basis of their food habits, or herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. In this video we are going to know something about nutrition in amoeba. How amoeba nutrients. We know that amoeba is a unicellular organism. Amoeba eats teeny plants and animals as food, which float in water in which it lives. The mode of nutrition in amoeba is holozoic, as in human beings. The process of obtaining food by amoeba is called phagocytosis. The various steps involved in the nutrition of amoeba are ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. All the process of nutrition are performed by the single cell of amoeba. First step is ingestion. We know that amoeba is a unicellular organism, so amoeba has no mouth or a fixed place for the ingestion of food. Amoeba ingests food by using its pseudopodia. Pseudopodia is a false foot. When a food particles come near amoeba, then amoeba ingests these food particles by forming temporary finger-like projections called pseudopodia around it. The food is engulfed with a little surrounding water to form food vacuole inside the amoeba. This food vacuole can be considered to be a temporary stomach of amoeba. So, with the help of pseudopodia, amoeba takes its food, amoeba ingests its food into the mouth. Second is digestion. In amoeba, food is digested in the food vacuoles by digestive enzymes. The enzymes from surrounding cytoplasm enter into the food vacuoles and break down the food into small and soluble molecules by chemical reactions. Thus, digestion in amoeba takes place inside the food vacuoles, due to which the food dissolves. Next is absorption. The digested food present in the food vacuole of amoeba is absorbed directly into the cytoplasm of amoeba cell by diffusion. Since amoeba consists of only one cell, it does not require blood system to carry the digested food. The digested food just spread out from the food vacuoles into the whole of amoeba cell. After absorption of food, the food vacuoles disappear. So, in amoeba, the absorption of food is with the help of diffusion process. After that, fourth step is assimilation. A part of food absorbed in amoeba cell is used to obtain energy through respiration. The remaining part of absorbed food is used to make the parts of amoeba cell which led to the growth of amoeba. Thus, on assimilating food, amoeba grow in size, and then amoeba can reproduce by dividing into two daughter cells. After that, the next step is egestion. Amoeba has no fixed place for removing the undigested part of food. When a considerable amount of undigested food collects inside amoeba, then its cell's membrane suddenly ruptures at any place and the undigested food is thrown out of the body of amoeba. So, amoeba remove all the dust, all the waste product by this process. Paramecium is also a teeny unicellular animal which lives in water. Paramecium uses its hair-like structure called cilia to sweep the food particles from water and put them into its mouth. These are the process involved in the nutrition of amoeba, and this process is known as holozoic nutrition. Now we have to know that nutrition in complex multicellular organisms. In the complex multicellular animals like man, grasshopper, fish and frog, all the process involved in nutrition are performed by a combination of digestive organs. This combination of digestive organ is called digestive system. A long tube running from mouth to anus of human being, in which digestion and absorption of food take place, is called alimentary canal. Now we have to know something about nutrition in human beings. Nutrition in human beings. Digestive system. We know that the nutrition in human beings takes place through human digestive system. The human digestive system consists of alimentary canal and its associated glands. The various organs of the human digestive system in sequence are mouth, esophagus, stomach, a small intestine and large intestine. The glands which are associated with the human digestive system and form a part of human digestive system are salivary glands, liver, pancreas. The human alimentary canal, which runs from mouth to anus, is about 9-meter long tube. The ducts of various glands open into the alimentary canal and pour the secretion of the digestive juices into the alimentary canal. The human digestive system is also various steps. First is ingation. The human beings have a special organ for the ingation of food. In amoeba, they have no a special organ for the ingation of food, so it takes its food with the help of pseudopodia. But the human beings have a special organ for the ingation of food. It is called mouth. So in human beings, food is ingested through the mouth. The food is put into the mouth with the help of hands. Second is digestion. Digestion. In human beings, the digestion of food begins in the mouth itself. In fact, the digestion of food starts as soon as we put food into the mouth. The mouth cavity contains teeth, tongue and salivary glands. In our mouth, there are 3 pairs of salivary glands present. The teeth cut the food into small pieces, chew and grind it, so the teeth help in the physical digestion of food. The salivary glands in our mouth produce saliva. Our tongue help in mixing this saliva with food. Saliva is a watery liquid, so it wets the food in our mouth. The salivary glands help in chemical digestion of food by secreting enzymes. The human saliva contain an enzyme called salivary amylase, which digests the starch present in food into the sugar. The slightly digested food in the mouth is swallowed by the tongue and goes down to the food pipe called esophagus. The esophagus carries food to the stomach. The wall of food pipe have muscles which can contract and expand alternately. The contraction and expansion movement of wall of food pipe is called peristaltic movement. The stomach is J-shaped organ present in the left side of the abdomen. The food is further digested into the stomach. The food is churned in the stomach for about 3 hours. The glands present in the wall of the stomach secrete gastric juice. The gastric juice contain 3 substances: hydrochloric acids, the enzyme pepsin and the mucus. Due to the presence of hydrochloric acid and the gastric juice is acidic in nature. In the acidic medium, the enzyme pepsin begin the digestion of protein present in the food to form smaller molecules, and the protein digestion begins in the stomach. Another function of hydrochloric acid is that it kills any bacteria which may enter the stomach with food. The mucus helps to protect the stomach wall from its own secretion by hydrochloric acid. If mucus is not secreted, hydrochloric acid will cause the erosion of inner lining of the stomach, leading to the formation of ulcer in the stomach. The partially digested food then goes from the stomach into the small intestine. The exit of food from the stomach is regulated by a sphincter muscles. After that, the wall of a small intestine contains the glands which secrete intestinal juice. Here in digestive system, all process of digestion takes place. After digestion, the third step is absorption. After digestion, the molecules of food become so small that they can pass through the wall of the small intestine and go into our blood. This is called absorption. The small intestine is the main reason for the absorption of digested food. The fourth stage is assimilation. The food, the blood carries digested and dissolved food to all parts of the body where it comes assimilated as a part of the cell. This assimilated food is used by the body cells for obtaining energy as well as for the growth and repair of the body. The energy is released by the oxidation of assimilated food in the cells during respiration. The digested food which is not used by our body immediately is stored in the liver in a form of carbohydrate called glycogen. This stored glycogen can be used as a source of energy by the body and as and when required. After assimilation, the next step is digestion. A part of the food which we eat cannot be digested by our body. This undigested food cannot be absorbed in the small intestine. So the undigested food passes from the small intestine into a wider tube called large intestine. Large intestine is quite wide tube. The wall of large intestine absorbs most of the water from the undigested food. Due to this undigested food for some, and when we go out, so the next stage is egestion. In the human digestive system, the first step is ingestion, second is digestion, third is absorption, fourth is assimilation, and fifth is egestion. After that, we have to know something about dental caries. The hard outer covering of a tooth is called enamel. The hard outer covering of a tooth is called enamel. Tooth enamel is the hardest material in our body. It is the harder even bones. The part of tooth below enamel is called dentine. Dentine is similar to bone. Inside the dentine is pulp cavity. The pulp cavity contains nerves and blood vessels. The formation of small cavities in the teeth due to the action of acid forming bacteria and improper dental care is called dental caries. If the teeth are not cleaned regularly, they become covered with a sticky yellowish layer of food particles and bacteria cells called dental plaque. So we have to take care of our teeth daily. Okay, thank you. We will meet in next video. That's all.